Question is, has any one of us been in a fight?
I was very little. I think I was like 9 or 10 years old. I think this kid wanted something off of my lunch tray. I think he wanted my chocolate milk, and I would not let him have it. Honestly, it wasn't really much of a fight on my part. I kind of just laid there and took it, but he got in big trouble. He didn't show up to school again for a whole month.
You lost?
Yeah, I lost. I was a baby. He was a big guy. I hadn't hit my growth spurt yet. I tried, but I gave up really fast. Maybe not the most reassuring thing to hear from security.
But now you're super strong, and you're our bouncer now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What about you, Zeal?
You know, high school is wild.
High school is wild.
Wait, high school? Who'd you fight in high school?
Things happen in high school.
Yeah.
Did you win?
Most of them. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
I think you got the wrong job.
It wasn't that far.
It's like fighting it out.
Just don't mess with me, eh? Yeah.
Say Baloo.
But like my image, you know, like I'm just a chill guy. So
it's already done, so
I'm so innocent and fluffy and wouldn't hurt I would hurt a fly. I would 100% take a fly swatter to that one. Wait, sorry, what?
I don't think I would.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not too bad. Like, so in elementary school, there were some people, understandably due to the circumstances, that were quite jealous. And one kid, like, I feel like he had like the ego, you know, like the type of like person where it's just like, I need to be top dog, you know, everyone else needs to like follow me. I'm like the little, you know, I'm the little leader here, you know. And I don't think he liked that. And for context, this was when, like, for example, I kind of like moved in, quote unquote, you know, like moved into the school or stuff, like transferred in, kind of.
New kid on the block.
Yeah, so I was the new kid, and like he was kind of mad about the attention I was getting because of it. I remember like during lunchtime it kind of escalated, where he come up to me and he like pushed me and then grabbed me by my shirt, and then I took it as an invitation. Yeah, and that's the only time but like that was the one time, that was the only time, and I won, so I'm pretty proud.
Well,
let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Never have I ever received a confession, presumably a romantic confession, via text, in person, letters, etc.
I actually don't get them very often. I've gotten like a total of 2 or 3. What I've gotten more is, and I don't really count this as a confession, is like people telling me after the fact, like, oh, I used to have a crush on you, but I got over it.
Guilty of being that person. It's been a while for me, but whenever I've done that, it's because I'll be in positions where I'm interested in somebody, but I'm not actually interested in developing it. You know what I mean? I don't want it for where I am. So I'll sometimes just bring it up after the fact, after I've already gotten over things. Because if you don't have any interest in developing it, right, what's the actual benefit? I think it's fine to keep it to yourself in that case. Because in my case, I got a lot more when I was still a student. I think I got a total of about 6 throughout high school. Only 2 of them were in person. So those are the ones that I remember most vividly. Most of them would try to make a move over text, I think. I always hated it though, to be honest with you. I hate being in that position because it's, you know, it's almost always going to not be mutual just with the way that things work out, especially with a spontaneous confession.
Yeah, it feels bad because it's not their fault, you know? You just feel bad for not being able to like reciprocate.
For me, that kind of thing is something that develops slowly. So being in the position of the confessee, it was always really miserable. I never liked it. With friends, I've gotten the same thing you described of like after the fact a few times, but I don't count those.
What about the other 2?
Yeah.
Let me see. It doesn't happen as often lately, but I don't know how many times. I can't remember all the times it happened before. Unfortunately, though, more often than not, it's like not the right time or stuff like that. So
yeah. Save it in. Well, knowing you and seeing you, my answer is that you're going to be that you've been confessed to 700 billion times.
I have the feeling that you're the most popular one, yeah.
That's not true. That's not. But okay, I do have a story. There was one time in in a long time ago that like has stuck with me, because there was this one person that we were super cool with. We were super nice, and we were super cool. And they invited me to like an event, and it was like this really special-ish event, you know? And I was the kid that so dense. I was a dense person, you know? They invited me to this thing, and I was like, yeah, of course, I would love to go. Of course I would go with you. And the thing is though, they also like, they made sure to invite like their friend, and like their friend came with like a guy, and so it was like a girl guy thing, and it was like pretty cool. Like I didn't know them, but like you know, they were cool, but like they were something, I don't know what, but they were something. And I didn't understand, and nothing happened. Like later on I was told that was something that they were trying for, and then I just didn't even understand or know that was the thing. So there was that. So I was like that type that like, where like a bunch of friends would just be like, hey, did you know that like, and I'd be like, no. Like, it's like, how did you not know that? It's like, well, that's because they were just being really kind to me. Like
Words, because I just don't notice the signs, or if I do notice any of them, I assume that it's just them being nice.
I've said this in private before, but it's like the idea of assuming someone likes you and being wrong is so embarrassing.
It's so
that
humiliating.
I will never assume. I will never assume anything.
That kind of surprised me though. Surprises me because I feel like you're the very perceptive type. I feel like you often pick up on things that other people don't notice.
like I think
in
I've
non-romantic context at least.
I think I've improved like more so over time.
All right. Never have I ever made someone cry, excluding gen mates. Yeah, I guess for me, it really depends. It varies, right? You know, like maybe like fighting, right? You make them cry, right? Obviously. But also there's like, sometimes you can do everything right or seems right, but it's like just a bad time and, you know, still make them cry. It happens. Happens in a lot of different ways.
That's life. Things do not always work out perfectly, and people do not always respond to things perfectly, and that's okay.
For me, it's more often than not me saying something harsh, but like sometimes people that are emotional or need hearing out, and after they hear like my input on it, sometimes they realize some things, or they but it's never like a super negative thing. Something very recent, actually, I think it's very adorable. I am very fortunate to be supported by amazing friendships that have been supporting me for a long time, and when they watched my debut stream, I guess they got emotional and got happy for me. So I had a few people tell me I started crying when you were seeing you like on your debut stream. So I guess in a way I made them cry.
I'm very thankful I experienced the same thing with a few people. One of them even sent me a video in tears.
That's so funny.
It was actually kind of funny. For me, thinking about like the sadder side of things, which I prefer not to delve into, but I think what stays with me the most is probably times that people have cried out of frustration with me. Like if I did not understand something, or if I failed to deliver something, and they were so fed up with it that they had to cry. I've been in that position several times, a lot more when I was younger. So I think that's what stays with me the most, because especially in those cases, it was never a result of anything I did on purpose, or like it wasn't even a result of anything they miscommunicated to me. It's just an unfortunate combo of them doing the best they can and me not meeting them where they are. So I've grown to become extra considerate with this stuff. It's a very difficult thing to deal with. And ultimately, again, that's just life. That's just how things are. People do not always work together perfectly, and people do not always respond to struggles perfectly.
There's one relationship that was kind of toxic. And then but like some friends kind of like helped me like realize like, hey, you know, like that's really not good for you. Like that's not. But it was hard because like I find myself caring more than I should, because I can empathize from their perspective and stuff too, and I sometimes I over empathize and like forgive a little too much. But I had like decided for sure that I was going to choose me, like my own like health and safety and sanity and stuff like that, right? Like, you know, we broke up, we called it a day, you know, this was like back in the past, you know. So during that time, like, of course they cried a ton. I just felt even worse, but I also started crying a ton. And then I found myself trying to like reason that like actually maybe I'm wrong, like maybe I've been wrong, and maybe all my friends are wrong, and maybe every single person that I know that's saying that this is not a good thing is wrong, you know. And so
No.
I get that.
it's kind of just like, but it hurts, and so yeah, that's my made a person cry. It's weird to say it, but like I appreciate all the life experiences that I have to make me who I am today. Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. You're too nice. I need to see you get mad.
Do you actually?
No.
Yeah,
I like him like this.
I'd be scared if I saw him mad. That's when you know it's really bad. Is when the really sweet one gets mad. That's when you know it's serious.
No.
I hope I never see that day.